Katre, get away from those windows.
What is that? There's smoke. Fire.
Get away. We can't let it see us.
What? Us? Why? It's all burning.
Darling, I know. Stop. Take this. Your father will be home soon along with your cousins, and then we leave.
Leave? But...
We're timeless. Why, oh why? Why us?
Mom? Another attack? Is it an attack? Oh, not right now. The damned magic always acts up when you get roiled. Mother? Breathe for me. Breathe. We're safe. We'll be okay. Can you say that for me? We'll be okay.
Your father...
He will be here. He will be here. He's safe. Can you say that? He's safe.
He's safe.
He's safe.
He's safe.
There we go. All better.
I love you so much, Ly. Don't know what I'd do without you.
Father!
Neven!
Mars, Lyra, quick, give me a hand. Away from the windows. Now. We're out of time. It's here.
Neven, you're alone. Where?
Shh. It's no good. We couldn't find him. I think it followed me here. Now. All of us. Towards the back.
What is that?
Shh. It'll hear you. Softly. To the cellar.
It's inside our house.
Darling, is that the supply pack?
Yes, right here.
In the cellar. Now, go.
Okay. Aren't you coming?
Stay quiet, okay? We'll lead it away. We love you.
We love you.
No. No, Mom! Dad!
The people of this land know cruelty. They call their world Neveris, meaning wild place. They call their land Cecilday, meaning warring clans. They call the land of their enemies Talus, meaning, flatly, other. The innate energy of the earth they refer to as magic. Few find second chances here. Should they be born in the wrong place or the wrong time, the world will not be kind. Each scar they earn teaches them to be wary of their chaotic world. To combat the chaos of a cruel world, the people of Cecilday formed castes to create order from chaos and stability from uncertainty. The caste system dictates every person's place in society, with no solution to break these ties that bind. The Celestius caste, who govern and enforce the dictates of law, watch over and care for the land, while the Valdethia caste must live to serve at the pleasure of their betters. and inevitably, we observed the cruelty of their world passes on its lessons, creating a rigid cycle of desperation. And now, the people of Cecil Day whisper, in the towns and the cathedrals, in the steeples and the barracks, in the square and at the till, of war. For less than 2 moons ago, when an unknown entity reduced the town of Pexrith to rubble using mysterious magic never seen in this age of Neveris, the people tasted fear.
I heard it scorched everything. It's all gone.
That can't be.
What could possibly? And what's worse? They've no idea what it was.
None at all.
It's as if whatever it was just up and disappeared as soon as it arrived.
And the lords are saying it was Talus!
Sounds like Talus. And you say that not a soul made it out then? Not one?
Not one.
Not one.
Not one. Not one.
Not one.
Not one!
Not one.
Not one.
Not one.
But that wasn't the truth. For there was one who reached for a second chance, who broke down the rickety old door of her family's cellar, who climbed over the strewn timbers and smoking craters of her home, who clawed her way to safety outside the bounds of the town.
Almost there.
And as she reaches the crest of the hill, she pauses. Beyond her, far off in the horizon, lay the city. Behind were the smoldering remains of what she once knew as her home.
Do I even dare look back? I can't. Choose to forget. Pox on it then.
The warmth of the fire was gentle on her face, as though it were merely doing its duty, so completely indifferent to her.
I've seen you, and I'll never forget you. And I'll make sure that you never change me, no matter what. If it's ever in my power, and there's no saying that it will be. But I'll never let this happen again. To anyone. Never.
No one hears this promise made at the crest of the hill. The soft hum of a million embers gives nothing in reply. And for her, instead of tears, what she finds is heartbreak and resolve. A resolve to undo the order of this world, the chaos of this world, to heal the cruelty that dictates the fabric of reality itself, should she ever find the means.
So long, Mom and Dad. This was magic. I'll go to the city. There's a school there for magic. I'll find a way in. I'm going to learn everything I can. That's the only way. It all started with magic, so I'm going to learn magic. No one knows who I am, so I'll change my name.
Being of the lower caste of Valdethia, she's legally barred entry from any of the prestigious schools of magic across Cecil Day, as these institutions are exclusive to the higher caste of Celestius. All Valdethians, by law, must wear clothing marking them as what they are in the eyes of the law. This rule is absolute and punishable by death when disobeyed. There's no way, wearing the garb of a Valdethian, that she would ever be accepted into the academy. And that's why.
Oi, you have to pay for that cloak!
She stole some clothes.
Sorry!
Another crime punishable by death for a Valdethian.
Get back here, you scum!
Please don't chase, please don't chase, please don't chase! Oh no, she's chasing.
In the crowded streets of the capital, it was easy to get lost in a sea of faces.
Hey, watch
sorry.
What's the hurry, lady?
My beads!
It was also easy to make a mess.
Officer! Officer! I think I've lost her. Time to disappear.
She pulled up the hood of her new Celestius quality cloak and walked steadily into the crowd of bustling passersby. The smell of the city was unpleasant in places, but she soaked in all the sights and sounds, fiddling nervously at the clasp of her cloak.
These buildings are so high. How do they stay up like that?
And feeling safe, she sat at a nearby bench at the foot of a tavern to catch her bearings. One guard passed by in a rush, not noticing her for a second. Another, a few moments later, ran the same way as the first, never noticing their quarry hidden in plain sight.
Goodness. Part 1 complete. I can't believe I did that.
And just as she thought she'd lost them completely, she saw the shopkeeper and one final guard coming the way she had come, looking diligently for one familiar face.
There they are. They'll spot me. I gotta... Oh, sorry.
Are you okay? Collided pretty hard there.
No, it's...
As she continued to gather herself, she gazed into the face of the person who helped her up, and she realized...
This man is a member of the Order.
The Order. The prestigious guardians of all of Cecilday. The defenders of the kingdom and its laws. She could tell based on the cloak he wore that he was of the highest echelon of the Order, and that made him the very last person she wanted to see. He was surely hunting for a young thief. She looked away, hoping to not spark any suspicion in him. She noticed a book on the ground. She must have knocked it out of his hands when she collided with this wall of a man. She began to remove herself from his grip and reached for the book.
Sir, I apologize deeply for any trouble I've caused.
Oh, this? Please, you've given me a gift this day. It's a terrible read.
Of course.
She became lost in his uniform, sharp and intimidating, exuding a power of professionalism, but he wasn't showing any sign of urgency and was actually showing her concern. Maybe he wasn't hunting her, but that only means she needed to get away from him before he caught on.
If you'll excuse me,
Hey, let's take it easy. You got hit pretty hard there. Is everything okay? Are you safe?
Lyra could feel the fear and dread welling up inside of her as she glanced back at the shopkeep, who was slowly approaching from across the thoroughfare, then back at the man in front of her with his strong build that communicated that she could never escape him if she chose to run now.
it's rude of me to run away from you now, isn't it?
Hey, maybe you should sit down. You might be concussed.
I'll be alright.
No, I insist. Trust me, I'm certified. And I don't bite.
Of course.
All right, let's start simple. Do you know where you are?
What?
Where you are.
Cecilday City. I'm not...
Good. Do you know where that is?
The Kingdom of Cecilday? It's the capital. I think I'm fine, sir.
Well, let's be sure. Please, I need to know I haven't caused you any harm.
Harm? Sir, I ran into you.
That you did. I'm pretty tough, though.
So am I.
I believe that. Can you tell me your name?
Lyra glanced to look over toward the guard, seeing how close they were becoming. She didn't have time for this.
It's Lyra.
Good to meet you, Lyra. Do you feel any pain or discomfort?
Listen, it's very sweet of you to be doing all this, but I'm genuinely fine.
Then at least let me make it up to you.
You know what? Sure. How about you buy me a drink? Right now.
Oh,
Come on then, please.
Sure. You know, I was meeting a friend here anyway, so this works out.
Is that right? Well, the more the merrier, I guess.
Agreed.
And I didn't catch your name, sir. What shall I call you?
I didn't? Oh, you can call...
Seraphin! It's about time, lad!
Easy, old friend.
And who might you be? Picked up a little piece
all right. Gustavus, this is... Lyra, was it?
Lyra.
A pleasure.
And Lyra, this is Gustavus, a colleague at
It's nice to meet you. Everybody calls me Grub or Gus.
Where's that accent from? I know I've heard it before. It's very warm and adorable, honestly.
The words caught in her throat as she saw the two hunters, searching high and low for her just outside the tavern window.
Oh, I've heard it all before. That I sound like a puppy and what all. No need to be shy then. Your girlfriend's quite abrupt, Seraphin.
She's not.
And to answer the question, it hails from me ancestors, far northern Skara. Although, we call it Yolgwelithin in my tongue. And I'll just say, it pleases me that it pleases you, milady.
Naturally.
Now, already got us a table and everything. You're welcome, by the way. Come on then!
And as the two men went off to seat themselves, Lyra glanced back once more at the window, her heart sinking into her stomach. A full 6 guards could be seen now, going stall to stall, store to store, combing the area for her.
Oi, you coming?
Right. Yes. I'm right out in the open.
Only the 2, unfortunately. Didn't know a friend would be joining us, or I'd have gotten a 3rd.
It's quite all right. I'm the one who owes her the drink anyway, so...
No kidding. How'd you manage to pull that off then? No, stop. I don't want to hear. What I do want to know is, what brings you to Cecil Day? You live around here, or you're passing through?
This was a mistake. You don't have to answer that.
I'm applying for the academy.
Well, that's really something, ain't it? So, you live nearby then?
Gus, stop interrogating the poor girl.
Ah, whatever you say, you old fun-sucking grump of a...
It's actually okay. I don't mind it. It's alright, Gus.
She's a real one, ain't she? A lot more fun than you.
How many have you had, Gus?
None. And that's why I'm so disagreeable. Huh? What you making eyes about? Something catch your eye there, Lyra?
I've just never been inside a building this big before.
No. You ain't never seen a tavern then?
That was a stupid thing to say. Why would I say that?
Well, that's tragic.
Depending on your definition of tragic.
Well, not just mine. So, how long you been living here, really then? Huh?
All my life? Really?
That's so. Because you know that the Academy only accepts new acolytes once a year, and we're 6 moons nigh the next. It chose a bad time to apply then. Huh?
I'm, getting my application in early.
Clever. Yeah, wait. What's your full name?
Now who's interrogating the lass? Trying to pin her down to her house like the elitist artist.
All right. Yes, that's fair. I apologize, Lyra, for both of us, really.
That's quite alright.
Speak for yourself. Ah, here comes the ale.
Could we get a 3rd, actually? Thank you.
Yeah, and this one's for her. All the stick in the mud gets the weight. To new friends, cheers!
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry.
Oh, don't be. He's fine. He thinks it's hilarious. You just can't tell from all the stoic nonsense. So, what's all this about?
Glad you asked. Actually, Lyra, I said before that I was meeting a friend here. It was for a business meeting, and I don't want to...
Oh, I don't mind, I'll just be enjoying this ale. I'm not even here right now. Seriously.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Gus, I've got good news and I've got bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
Well, this doesn't bode well, does it?
Come on.
Bad.
You and I will be working together again.
What?
Wait, why is that bad news?
I thought you said you weren't here.
This man is very bad news, alright? Terrible! Lyra, half the things I've seen, he gets the worst assignments, the most dangerous missions. I nearly lost me hide last time, and now he's putting me back into the throes of danger. Again! Forget it! I'm done with wet work. I'm an artificer, not a bouncer.
You're gonna disobey a direct order.
You're not my boss!
Not according to your former boss.
What are you talking, mate?
According to this writ, signed and stamped by Darcy Aldringen, the head of the Ministry of Artifacts, you've officially been transferred to my office of the Ministry of Inquiry.
Oi, Darcy, you backstabbing!
Do you still want to hear the good news?
Alright. Let's have it then.
We're gonna be investigating the destruction of Pexrith.
How is that good news?
It isn't. I lied.
Wait, Pexrith?
The town that got leveled.
I know that village.
Absolutely not! You've lost your gourd if you think I'm going along with this!
I need help. We think it's linked to an artifact, and I need an expert on artifacts. I don't know anyone else who can handle these things like you.
Well, you're right about that, but forget. May the timeless state it, sometimes you roll me to the bone. You do. I told you after last time. No more, and that's final. Ha! And here I thought this was a social call betwixt mates. 'Twas a pleasure, Lady Lyra.
Is he gonna be okay?
He'll come around. He always does.
And how many times have you pulled him back in, I guess?
Let's just say this response doesn't surprise me. But he'll be back.
If you say so. So, you're some sort of inquisitor?
Something like that. Come to think of it, though, I'm a little distracted right now, and maybe you can help me out a bit.
Oh,
See, I've been over here trying to piece it all together. The hesitation to say your name, the way you keep looking out the window, the fact that you'd never set foot in a building this big before, all while claiming you've lived in this city your whole life. You refused to give your full name, you didn't realize that the Academy isn't accepting candidates, and you're wearing your cloak improperly. Almost as though you've never worn a highborn cloak before in your life. Lyra, you're Valdethian, aren't you?
I am.
Perfect.
What?
Lyra, what I said about Gus was true. I need an artificer on my team, but that's not all. I need someone who can speak to the small folk. All I get are cold looks, fear, nervousness, and stonewalling. No one trusts me. No matter how much I try, no one comes forward. And why would they? Celestia's caste has proven itself unworthy to you. I need someone who can speak their language.
What's your point?
My point is, Lyra, I'm trying to stop a war here. If I don't find an answer, the hierarchs are going to declare war on Talus because they're convinced Talus is behind the attack.
And you don't?
They just worked so hard and paid dearly to make peace with us. Talus does not want another war. It doesn't make sense. It's a hunch.
You need more than a hunch. You're saying that you need me.
Right to the point with you. I'm saying that this mission needs you. I can make it worth your while. What do you want?
You know magic.
How do you know that I know magic?
Your book. It's about the theory of current forms. That's a theory about magic.
An outdated one, but yes. You want to learn magic?
Yes.
Then let's make a deal.
Seraphin? 3 men are walking over here right now, and they're going to accuse me of stealing these clothes. If they take me away, you lose your window into the small folk, and we get a war. I don't want a war. If that's also true for you, please tell them I was here with you for the last hour.
That's the one! That's so, gents.
Right. Ma'am, please come with us.
Is there a problem here?
Sir, that one right there. She nicked that cloak, she did, out of my shop. And the other stuff as well. All mine.
Seraphin?
Now, that's a weighty accusation.
Wait, Seraphin? The Seraphin?
Sure. Now, I can vouch for this one. When would this have happened, would you say?
Not half an hour ago. I can still see the sweat fresh on her face. She's guilty.
That, or you're scaring the poor thing. Now, this is sounding highly irregular to me because she and I have been together the entire last hour.
That's...
Be careful now. You wouldn't think to contradict a member of the Order. Now would you?
To the courts, then. We'll have our day in court.
Right. We'll need you to stand then, ma'am, so then we can take you in.
Gentlemen, that won't be necessary.
We have our duties, sir.
I can...
What's all this, then? I leave for not 5 minutes and you've already wrapped her into all the troubles that swell about you. You're a torrent for bad luck, you are. I'll not have it.
Gus, these fine people are convinced our friend is a fugitive from the law.
Well, that can't be. I like her. And people I like don't break laws.
Can you escort these fine gentlemen off of the premises?
If you're signing off on it.
I am.
As long as you're okay with it, milady.
I am.
Well then. Oh, don't you cross fisticuffs with me! You brought your friends!
Shouldn't you be helping him?
What? Oh, no. He's got this. Besides, I figure it's a perfect opportunity.
For what?
To start your lessons.
Wait, now?
Sure. Here, take this.
The book.
Theory of Current Forms. Just like you said.
Ducking for chips, are ya?
I thought you said it's no longer relevant to understanding magic.
It's not, but it is quite sturdy for a book. And heavy.
Come on then, you spoon!
Keep him pinned down!
Ah!
Need a hand, Gus?
Boil your head! Ah!
I'll take that as a yes. Go on then, Lyra. You're up.
Lyra stood, hurrying over to help her new friend, and hoisted the book overhead, sending it sailing down onto one of the guards, knocking him out cold.
Oh, a fine hit!
She's good, right?
What is this supposed to teach me?
You're doing great!
The talk is everywhere. Talks of war, of Talus, just as we hoped.
Talk, yes. Good. But talk is only air and time.
We can't rush things.
We won't. But there is a complication. The Inquisitor.
He won't pose a problem. He's a known quantity.
Known and dangerous. We're too close now to have him ruin things. We'll just need to be careful. War is coming.